delighted to bring you America's favorite family, the Nelsons. Ozzie, Harriet, David, and Ricky. They like to go places, enjoy happy times together. And like most of us, they enjoy these moments over again in pictures. These days, Eastman Kodak brings you exciting new things in picture taking. New Kodak cameras, so easy to use. And so good-looking, you'll be proud to wear one wherever you go. Then, too, there's flash, so you can take pictures indoors or at night as easily as outdoor snaps. And there's new Verichrome Pan, the black and white film that makes you look better in any light. Even color film for the camera you now own. There are new thrills, new rewards like this for everyone who remembers to take along the camera. And now Eastman Kodak Company brings you The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet.
Oh, I know. We wouldn't want to miss it for anything. Maybe I could meet you somewhere. Do you have the tickets with you?
I'll see you in a little while.
Ozzie, just a minute, Mrs. Brewster. What time is your appointment with Doc Williams?
Well, 11:30.
Oh, where are you now, Mrs. Brewster?
Look, I'll be back in about 2 hours.
Oh, just a second. Will you be going by the Emporium?
Well, I could go by there, I suppose.
Ozzie will meet you in front of the Emporium in about 20 minutes. Fine. Goodbye. Would you do an errand for me?
Well, do I have any choice?
Not unless you want to leave Mrs. Brewster standing out in front of the Emporium.
Okay, what do I have to do?
Just give her this check.
Gee, I hope I know her.
Oh, I'm sure you will. She's a very nice-looking woman, about middle age. You'll remember her when you see her.
Say, wait a minute. Isn't she chairman of that Bach Festival thing they're giving tomorrow night?
Yes.
Well, Harriet, I don't want to go to any Bach Festival.
All right, dear.
Well, I really mean it.
Okay.
Well, isn't this a check for tickets for the thing?
Yes.
Well, what's the sense of buying tickets if we're not going?
Well, I thought we ought to have them around just in case you change your mind.
Believe me, I'm not going to change my mind.
Okay, dear.
No, I mean it. I don't want to go to the Bach Festival.
Wait a minute. Aren't you going to wear your top coat?
What do I need a top coat for?
Well, I don't want you to catch cold.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to catch cold.
You might. You'd do anything to get out of going to the Bach Festival.
Look, I don't have to catch a cold just to get out of going to that.
Then how are you going to get out of it?
Oh, do you want me to be late meeting Mrs. Brewster?
No.
Well, then say goodbye to me.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Now, I'm not going to the Bach Festival.
I know you're not. Ozzie?
Yes?
Take a good look at the tickets. Make sure they're good seats.
These will do fine. Hey, you want to have lunch with me, Doc?
Oh, no thanks, Cliff. I got to get back to the office. I got an appointment with Oz in a few minutes. He's coming in for his annual checkup.
I doubt if he'll be there on time.
Why do you say that?
Well, look.
I tell you, Eddie, I just don't like the idea of the jewelry department.
Most people that buy jewelry have a lot of cash, don't they? Remember the chap in Buffalo? I lifted his wallet and had at least 800 in it.
It's too dangerous. There aren't enough people around.
Oh, come off it. Who needs crowds? Why, your old lady could lift a wallet at a football game. I happen to take a little pride in what I do.
I wonder who the girl is with him.
Probably some friend of Harriet's.
Half the fun of it is in the spirit of adventure. That's why I go for you, baby.
Eddie, please.
Somehow she doesn't look like a friend of Harriet's. It is odd, isn't it?
It sure looks like him.
No, shall we get a bite to eat, Doc?
Here they come. Well, what do you make of that? He acted like he didn't even know us.
Well, maybe he just didn't see us.
Yeah, maybe.
Mr. Nelson is here, Doctor.
Well, thank you. Ask him to come in.
You can come right in, Mr. Nelson.
Well, thank you. Hiya, Doc. Yeah, I'm sorry to be late.
Oh, that's okay.
I had to meet this friend of Harriet's.
At the Emporium?
Oh, yeah. How did you know?
Well, I was there. You walked right past me.
Oh, no kidding. Why didn't you yell at me?
Well, frankly, I wasn't sure you wanted to say hello.
Well, are you kidding, Doc? I just didn't see you. Where were you?
In the Emporium by the necktie counter.
Oh, well, see, I wasn't inside the store at all.
Well, you just said you had to meet this friend of Harriet's there.
Well, yes, outside in front of the Emporium. See, I had to give this check to this lady for some tickets for the Bach Festival. Middle-aged woman, grayish hair.
Middle-aged woman with grayish hair?
Well, yes.
Are you sure you weren't in the Emporium today talking to a flashy-looking redhead?
Are you kidding, Doc? Of course not.
Okay. Take off your coat and roll up your sleeve.
Well, go ahead. Give me the lie detector test. You'll see if I'm telling the truth or not.
Oh, look, Oz, I'm just going to take your blood pressure. I'm your doctor, not the district attorney.
Oh, hi, dear. Did you get the tickets?
Yeah, I got him right here. But I'm not going to the Bach Festival.
What did Doc say?
Well, how did you know?
How'd I know what?
About what Doc said.
About what?
Well, not about what, about who?
About whom?
Well, I got about whom, about the redhead. Somebody else supposed to have seen me with her?
Seen you where?
Down at the Emporium.
Would you mind coming in and starting this conversation from the beginning?
I came in here and you asked me what did Doc say, and I want to know how you knew about it.
You went down to Doc's office for a checkup, didn't you? I want to know what he said about you.
Oh, about me? Oh, he said I was fine, in perfect shape.
Now, wait a minute. What's all this about a redhead at the Emporium?
The Doc got the crazy idea. He saw me down there with this girl.
Oh, he was probably just kidding. He was trying to bring up your blood pressure or something.
No, I don't think so. He was real serious. It was strange.
You know, now that you mention it, Clara phoned to tell me how much she liked our new car.
What new car?
Well, I don't know. She said she saw you driving in a yellow convertible.
Do you suppose there could be somebody in this town who looks exactly like me?
Well, I've heard about things like that.
Well, it must be. How else do you explain this redhead in the yellow convertible?
Well, don't look at me. You were the one who was seen with her.
I know. I don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, I know it. But just the thought of it's pretty frightening.
Oh, you mean me with another girl?
No, a redhead and a yellow convertible. What a color combination.
Hey, wait a minute. If you're going downtown, I'm going with you. I need witnesses.
Day.
Yeah, sure is.
Ozzie? Ozzie?
What's the matter?
Well, this is fantastic. I just saw him.
So who?
But the man who looks like you, he ran out of the jewelry store and he got in the car with a girl and he drove off.
Well, in that yellow convertible?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, then I was right. That must be the man everybody thinks is me.
There he is. There's the man right there. Officer, arrest this man. This man stole my purse. It had over $200 in it.
Oh, me? Well, this is ridiculous.
Are you sure this is the man?
I'm positive. I know him anywhere. Give me back my purse.
Oh, I'm sorry. You made a mistake.
Oh, you must mean the other man. No wonder he was in such a hurry.
What other man?
Well, there's another man. He looks just like my husband.
Well, that's right, officer. Everybody mistakes him for me. He even fooled my doctor.
Oh, your doctor.
Believe me, I'm a perfectly respectable citizen. My name is Nelson. This is my wife. Mr. Ryan can identify me.
That's right. That's Mr. Nelson. He's been a customer of mine for years, and he never stole anything from me. That is to the best of my knowledge.
I can understand why you were confused. The other man looked just like my husband.
Are you sure you're not mistaken, lady?
Well, I guess I must be. I'm awfully sorry. The resemblance is amazing.
Officer, it oughtn't to be too hard to find this other man. All you have to do is look for somebody who's a double for my husband.
I'd sure like to catch him. We've had 6 complaints in the past 2 days. This is the first good description we've had.
Well, say, wait a minute, here's an idea. If this man resembles me so much, why don't you run a picture of me in the newspaper warning people to be on the lookout for anyone who fits my description?
Well, thank you very much, sir, but we couldn't ask you to do that.
Well, why not? It's only my civic duty. Besides, I don't want to get blamed for everything this guy does.
I suppose you have a point there.
Well, sure. I'll go home and get a picture, and I'll take it right down to the police station now.
We'd sure appreciate that.
Please forgive me. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, that's okay. Those things will happen. Well, I'll meet you down there, say, in about a half an hour, officer.
Okay.
kind of movies do you like? Do you go for fast action? Perhaps you prefer a good costume drama. Or maybe you have a yen for young romance. You can make them all at home easily. And right now, they're easier than ever to afford, because now there's a new Brownie movie camera by Kodak that costs only $29.95. Only $29.95 to make movies as easily as snapshots. There's one simple setting to make. Even if you've never snapped a picture before, you'll make exciting movies, indoors or out, with the new Brownie movie camera. You'll save the action and color of happy times like this, and you'll save money, too, with Kodak home movies. You get up to 50 scenes on one roll of film, so they cost less than 10 cents a scene in gorgeous color. You use this inexpensive 8mm film, the standard amateur film. Tomorrow, find out how easy and inexpensive Kodak home movies are. See the new Brownie movie camera, only $29.95. And you can ask your dealer about easy terms. It's precision built by Kodak, so you know it's good.
Oh, hi, boys. Hi, Pop. But just a second, David. How do we know this is a genuine Pop? This man may be the pickpocket.
Yeah, you got a point there. Boy, that was quite an experience, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I'll bet it wasn't very funny when it happened yesterday.
You're darn right it wasn't. I've often heard the old theory that everybody has a double someplace, but I never thought it'd strike this close to home.
Somehow I just can't think of you as looking like a pickpocket.
Well, somehow I just can't think of myself as looking like a pickpocket.
That takes a lot of skill, though, doesn't it, Pa?
Being a pickpocket? Well, I suppose, in a way. See, they operate on the same principle as a magician. They divert your attention by bumping into you or something, and then they get in their dirty work. See, those guys nearly always work in crowds where people are jostling each other a lot anyway.
Well, it seems to me a guy'd have to be awful careless to get his pocket picked.
No, not necessarily, Dave. See, a lot depends on where you carry your money. Now, for instance, you always carry your wallet in your back pocket. Boy, you're a regular invitation.
Only thing, though, I never have any money in it. It's still pretty hard to get a guy's wallet out of his pocket, though, isn't it, Pa?
Well, no, not out of his back pocket, especially if you bump into him at the same time. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Come over here where we have a little more room. Look, suppose you guys are standing on a corner waiting for a bus. Here, stand real close together. Like I'm walking down the street nonchalantly. Oh, pardon me, sir. Of course, I'm kind of clumsy. These guys are pretty clever at it. Besides, David's wearing these Ivy League pants. Well, anyway, that gives you kind of a general idea. Well, I want to talk to your mother about something. Oh, if the afternoon paper gets here, let me know, will you? My picture's supposed to be in it.
Okay, Pa.
Pa?
Yeah?
What time is it?
Hey, what happened to my watch? How'd you get that?
They showed you how on television. Hey, Pop, do you ever want to get hypnotized?
No. You just hang this bag over your arm.
Oh, come on, dear. I'm peeling potatoes.
Well, I just want to show you how these guys operate.
Well, couldn't we use a shoulder bag? It'd be a little less difficult.
No, this is perfect. There. Now you're riding on the bus.
I'm riding on the bus peeling potatoes.
Riding on the bus, minding your own business. What you don't realize is the man standing next to you is a pickpocket. Sway a little. Give it a feeling of realism. All of a sudden, the bus comes to a stop. Oh! Pardon me, madam. So sorry. Well, I get off here. This is my stop. There. Didn't feel a thing, did you?
Well, no, but I've still got my handbag and it's still closed.
That's just the point I'm trying to make. See, I diverted your attention. You thought I was going for the bag, and look. I stole one of your potatoes, and a big one, too.
Okay, the next time I need some potatoes, I'll send you out on the bus.
Here's the paper, Pa.
Oh, gee, thanks, Dave. Is my picture in it?
Yes, it's a swell one, too.
Hope this does some good.
What does it say?
Police today warn citizens to be on the lookout for a pickpocket who is working the downtown area. If you see this man, notify the police. He is wanted in several states.
Gee, everybody will think you're the pickpocket.
No, it goes on to explain here. The police were fortunate in obtaining this picture of... Continue on page 12. Page 12? What? There is no page 12.
Maybe the real pickpocket lifted page 12.
This is a fine thing. Everybody will think this is me.
Yes, especially since it is you.
Yes, she is. Mom, it's for you.
Oh, thanks, dear.
Just a second, Miss Randolph.
Hello, Clara.
Ricky, stop taking my watch. Now, that isn't funny.
Yes, we just saw it. No, Ozzie gave his picture to the police yesterday. You see, the real pickpocket looks just like Ozzie.
Ask her if she got a page 12 in her paper.
Oh, by the way, did you get a page 12 in your paper? No, she didn't get the paper yet. Mary Dunkel phoned her about it.
It's a fine thing. It's all over town.
Yeah, I'll call you back and tell you about it, Clara. Yes, goodbye.
It's a big mistake. I never should have let the police talk me into this.
Well, they didn't exactly talk you into it, dear.
This is a pretty good picture of you, though, Pa.
Oh, yeah, I gave them the picture. I never thought they'd handle the thing in such a slipshod manner. This is what I get for trying to be a public-spirited citizen and help out.
Well, you did help out. Now the pickpocket will be afraid to show his face.
What do I care about him? I'll be afraid to show mine. I'll have to put on a disguise to walk down the street.
That might not be a bad idea, Pa. I wonder if the pickpocket's still in town.
It's an awfully good photo of you, Addie.
You know very well it's not my photo at all.
I'm going to cut it out and save it. He looks more like you than you do. You're in a spot now, though, Addie. Everybody will recognize your face.
It's quite obvious you've underestimated me, baby.
What are you going to do, Addie?
I'm going to put on a disguise. Moustache. Pair of glasses. Yeah. How do I look? There, how do I look? It's the only way I can get out of the house.
You know, I kind of like you with a mustache.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Yeah, it gives you sort of a distinguished look, a real patron of the arts, a music lover, the kind of man who likes to go to Bach Festival.
Harriet, it's no use. I'm not going to the Bach Festival tonight.
Well, why not? No one would recognize you anyway with that silly-looking mustache.
Silly looking? A minute ago, you said I looked distinguished.
Well, a minute ago, I thought you might go to the Bach Festival.
Well, I'm not going, and that's final.
Oh, come on, dear. It's for such a worthy cause. All the proceeds go to the police fund.
Oh, that's fine. What are you trying to do, get me arrested or something? The place will be crawling with cops.
Well, then you'd be safe. They wouldn't expect a pickpocket to show up there.
Harriet, I'm not a pickpocket.
I know it, dear. You just look like one. In fact, you don't even look like one with that disguise on. Besides, I could identify you.
Well, that's comforting.
We should change your mind after I went out and bought the album and everything.
What album is that?
Oh, the Bach album. I thought it might get you interested.
Oh, gee. Well, as long as you went to all that trouble.
You mean you'll go?
Well, not to the concert. I'll go down to the record shop and exchange the album for you.
Okay, but if the police pick you up, it's your own fault.
Are you kidding? I can't even recognize myself.
There you are, sir. If you'll just take it to the section manager and have him okay, it will refund your money.
Oh, thank you very much. Here's the
Thank
album. Oh, hello, Mrs. Brewster.
Oh, hello, Mr.
Nelson, Ozzie Nelson. Remember, I met you in front of the Emporium yesterday. You gave me the tickets for the Bach Festival.
Oh,
yes, hello.
Nice to see you.
My goodness, I didn't recognize you. Why, you've grown a mustache since yesterday.
Oh, well, I didn't exactly grow it.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
Nice to see you.
Well, thank you. I'll see you tonight.
Oh, there's a possibility we may not be able to make it tonight.
Oh, what a shame.
Yes.
Oh, do try. It's going to be such a marvelous concert.
Well, yeah, so my wife has been trying to, so I understand. Well, it's nice to see you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
May I help you, madam?
Yes. Do you have a copy of the Hungarian Dance No. 4?
I believe we do. Pardon me just a moment.
Surely.
Take a look at the old girl over there looking at the records. It's like a bit of soft touch for your Uncle Eddie, all right?
Righto.
I'll meet you back at the hotel lobby and off and move.
Righto.
Oh, pardon me, madam.
Oh, Mr. Nelson. You know, I've been thinking, it's just a shame to waste those tickets to the concert this evening. What about David and Ricky? What are they doing tonight?
David has another engagement, and Ricky has an appointment at the beauty parlor. Is it for a permanent?
Well, how extraordinary.
Yes, it's, pardon me, let's play this record.
Oh, Mrs. Brewster, you still here?
Well, Mr. Nelson, that certainly was quick.
Yes, it was, wasn't it?
You know, I just can't get over Ricky.
Oh, yeah, he is growing tall, isn't he? When did you see him?
No. I mean about his getting his hair curled.
His hair curled?
You know, it's very strange. Is that the same coat you were wearing a few moments ago?
Well, yes, of course.
Eddie.
Pardon me. Were you looking for somebody?
Eddie, it's me.
I'm afraid you got the wrong fellow.
Oh, of course. I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Pardon me, madam. Here's your record.
Oh, thank you. How much will that be? My purse. It's gone. Somebody stole my purse.
Are you sure?
Oh, yes. Yes, I was just standing here talking to this gentleman.
That's right. You're just standing here talking to me.
Say, you look familiar.
Oh, yes. You probably saw my picture in the paper.
Mr. Jensen? Mr. Jensen?
Yes?
Arrest this man. He's the pickpocket.
No, I'm not the pickpocket.
What seems to be the trouble here?
Oh, well, this young lady is mistaken. She thinks I'm a pickpocket, but I'm not.
Here's his picture right here in the paper.
Isn't this your picture?
Yes, that's my picture. Could we move over here a little? We're kind of drawing a crowd. See, this is what happens when you try to be a public-spirited citizen. This is my picture, but I gave it to the newspaper because I happen to resemble this pickpocket, and I thought maybe this would help the police identify him.
That's a pretty wild story, don't you think so, mister?
Maybe so, but it's the truth. Oh, I'm sorry, gentlemen. I beg your pardon.
Hey, wait a minute.
So, I beg your pardon. Well, I'll be darned.
My goodness, they look exactly alike. Which one is Mr. Nelson?
Oh, I am. Mr. Nelson?
You are?
Well, yes, of course. This is ridiculous. Well, I'm Ozzie Nelson.
Are you sure?
Well, certainly. Look. Yeah, see the mustache? It's a phony. I never wear the glasses.
He does look like Mr. Nelson. I think I'm going to faint.
Look, officer, I tell you, I'm Ozzie Nelson.
You have any identification?
Well, yes. My wallet? Oh, if it's identification you want, officer, I think this will prove that I'm Ozzie Nelson. He picked my pocket.
He did not. Mr. Nelson wouldn't do a thing like that.
Oh, Mrs. Brewster.
I think we'd better take a little ride down to headquarters. There's nothing else for me to do, Mrs. Nelson. I brought them both in so you can make the identification.
Oh, I'm sure I'll recognize my own husband.
Sit down, will you, please?
Thank you.
Bring him in, will you, Jackson? Yes, both men outside. They'll be in just a moment.
tell us, Mrs. Nelson, which one of these men is your husband?
Well, this is fantastic.
May I suggest you ask them some personal questions? Perhaps something about your family.
I think I have a better idea, if you don't mind. My husband and I have been looking forward to a very special occasion, so he'll be able to finish this sentence correctly. Tonight, I am taking my wife to...
The movies?
Nope.
The Bach Festival.
That's my husband. Oh, I think maybe we better shake hands until I'm absolutely sure.
I'm sorry to have caused you folks all this inconvenience.
Oh, that's perfectly all right.
That's perfectly all right. You're just doing your duty. Oh, say, by the way, just in case my wife and I can't make it tonight, could you use 2 tickets to the Bach Festival?
I'm sorry, Mr. Nelson. I'm not a married man.